Here are 10 powerful Stoic strategies to handle criticism like a master. What if you could turn every criticism into a tool for growth instead of a source of pain? These timeless Stoic principles will show you how to stay calm, confident, and in control no matter what life throws at you. Most people crumble under criticism or lash out defensively, but the Stoics knew better. They turned adversity into an advantage. Imagine hearing harsh words and walking away stronger, not defeated. One of these techniques helped Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, lead with wisdom even under constant scrutiny. Another can help you stay composed during the toughest conversations at work or at home. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand how to handle criticism, but also how to thrive because of it. Whether it's feedback from a boss, a snide remark from a friend, or an online comment that stings, you'll have the tools to respond with grace and grow from every challenge. Let's dive in. 1. Pause before reacting. Criticism can feel like a personal attack, and our initial instinct is often to defend ourselves or retaliate. However, as the Stoics teach, emotions are fleeting and unreliable guides. Taking a moment to pause and reflect can completely shift the way we perceive and respond to criticism. For example, imagine you're presenting a project at work and your manager says, "This isn't what we were expecting." The immediate urge might be to argue, "But I followed your instructions." Instead, take a breath and pause. Say something neutral like, "I'd love to understand more about what you were expecting." This gives you time to compose yourself and opens the door to constructive dialogue. A similar example comes from Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. Despite facing harsh criticism from the Senate, he was known for his composure. Instead of reacting impulsively, Marcus would listen, reflect, and respond with calmness. His ability to pause allowed him to address concerns thoughtfully, often turning adversaries into allies. In our daily lives, this principle can be applied in personal relationships. If a friend says, "You're always late," the immediate reaction might be defensive. "No, I'm not." But pausing allows us to consider, "Are they right? How can I improve?" This not only diffuses tension, but also demonstrates emotional maturity. Pausing doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means acknowledging them without letting them dictate your actions. It's the first step in transforming criticism from a source of conflict into an opportunity for growth. By practicing this, we build the habit of responding wisely, not impulsively. A true hallmark of Stoic strength. 2. Distinguish between fact and opinion. Not all criticism is created equal. Some criticisms are rooted in facts and highlight areas for genuine improvement, while others are mere opinions, often shaped by the critic's biases or emotions. A Stoic knows how to separate the two. For instance, imagine a scenario where you're a writer and someone says, "Your grammar is terrible." This might sting, but it's worth pausing to evaluate. If a specific grammatical mistake is pointed out, it's a factual criticism and an opportunity to improve your skills. On the other hand, if someone says, "I hate your writing style," it's purely subjective. Writing style is personal, and not everyone will resonate with it. A real-life example can be seen in customer service. A barista might receive a complaint like, "This coffee is too bitter." Instead of taking it personally, the barista can evaluate, is the coffee truly bitter due to an error in preparation, a fact, or is the customer expressing a personal taste preference, an opinion? Distinguishing between the two helps the barista either improve or simply accept that not everyone will be satisfied. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on this distinction in his meditations. He reminded himself that many criticisms are opinions, not universal truths, and that others' judgments often reveal more about them than about him. In our own lives, understanding this difference can bring peace. If someone criticizes your appearance by saying, "You look tired," ask yourself, is this based on observable facts, like lack of sleep, or just their perception? Address facts where necessary, but let opinions roll off like water on a duck's back. This clarity keeps your mind focused on growth and shields you from unnecessary emotional turmoil. 3. Embrace criticism as feedback. Criticism, especially when delivered constructively, is one of the most valuable tools for personal growth. However, embracing it requires a shift in mindset, seeing criticism not as an attack but as feedback meant to help us improve. Take the example of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. He faced relentless criticism for his repeated failures, with people saying he was wasting his time. Instead of letting their words discourage him, Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." By viewing criticism as feedback, he used it to refine his approach, ultimately achieving one of the greatest inventions in history. In a modern workplace setting, consider a scenario where your manager reviews your report and says, "This section isn't clear." Instead of feeling offended, ask, "Can you help me understand which parts are unclear and how I can improve them?" This response not only shows your willingness to grow, but also turns the criticism into actionable insights. A personal example could involve fitness. Imagine your trainer says, "Your form during squats is off." It might feel like a blow to your ego, but instead of reacting defensively, ask for guidance. What can I adjust to improve? This openness leads to better results and shows humility, a key Stoic virtue. The Stoics believed in constantly seeking self-improvement. Epictetus taught that we should welcome feedback, even from those who are harsh or rude, as it reveals areas where we can grow stronger. By embracing criticism as feedback, you shift from a defensive mindset to a proactive one, transforming potentially painful moments into opportunities for growth and excellence. This perspective empowers you to continually refine yourself, becoming the best version of who you can be. 4. Remember your inner fortress. Criticism can shake us if we allow it to. However, the Stoics believed in cultivating an inner fortress, a secure sense of self-worth built on virtues, not external opinions. This mindset helps us weather any storm of negativity with grace and confidence. Consider the story of Eleanor Roosevelt. As First Lady, she faced relentless public criticism, often regarding her unconventional views and advocacy. Yet she famously said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Her unshakable inner confidence allowed her to continue her work undeterred, focusing on her values rather than seeking approval from others. A more everyday example might involve social media. Imagine posting a photo or opinion online and receiving a harsh comment like, "This is stupid." Instead of internalizing it, remind yourself, "My worth isn't defined by this person's opinion." Think about why you posted it in the first place. Perhaps to share something meaningful or to connect with others. Your intention is what matters, not the fleeting judgment of a stranger. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of staying true to one's inner self. In his meditations, he wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own. This reminder to value your judgment over external criticism is central to Stoic resilience. To build your inner fortress, focus on your values, integrity and growth. If you know you're acting with virtue and striving to improve, external criticism loses its power. Like a castle standing tall against the winds, your sense of self will remain steadfast, enabling you to navigate criticism without losing your balance. This inner strength turns critiques into passing breezes, not earthquakes. 5. Seek the kernel of truth. Criticism, even when harsh or poorly delivered, often carries a nugget of truth that can help you grow if you're willing to look for it. The Stoics believed in self-awareness and the courage to confront our flaws. By seeking the kernel of truth in criticism, we turn it into a mirror for self-improvement. For example, consider a scenario where a colleague says, "You're always late to meetings." The word "always" might be an exaggeration, and the tone might feel accusatory. But is there truth in the statement? Reflect honestly. Have I been late recently? If so, why? If the answer is yes, the criticism points to an area for improvement, punctuality, regardless of how it was delivered. A historical example is Abraham Lincoln. Early in his political career, he was often criticized for being indecisive and inexperienced. Instead of dismissing these critiques, he examined them carefully, identifying areas where he lacked knowledge and taking deliberate steps to educate himself. Over time, this humility and openness to feedback made him one of the most respected leaders in history. In personal relationships, a partner might say, "You don't listen to me." While it might feel unfair, asking yourself, "Is there some truth to this?" could reveal moments where you were distracted or dismissive. Acknowledging this truth allows you to work on being more present and attentive. Epictetus encouraged his students to be grateful for honest feedback, even if it stung. He believed that recognizing and addressing our weaknesses is the path to virtue. Seeking the truth in criticism, even when it's unpleasant, shows strength and wisdom. By doing so, you transform critiques into stepping stones for growth, making even your harshest critics unintentional allies in your self-improvement journey. 6. Don't take it personally. One of the most liberating Stoic principles is recognizing that criticism often says more about the critic than the criticized. By not taking things personally, you free yourself from the emotional weight of others' opinions and maintain clarity in your response. Imagine a scenario at work where a teammate says, "Your idea will never work. It's too risky." It's easy to feel insulted, but consider the critic's perspective. Their reaction may stem from their own fear of risk or past failures, not the merit of your idea. Instead of internalizing their judgment, focus on the facts and move forward confidently. A historical example is Mahatma Gandhi. As a leader advocating for nonviolent resistance, he faced ridicule and harsh criticism from both supporters and opponents. Yet, Gandhi famously said, "Nobody can hurt me without my permission." He understood that their words reflected their struggles, not his purpose. This mindset helped him remain focused on his mission despite the noise. In personal relationships, a loved one might say something hurtful like, "You're always so selfish." While it feels deeply personal, pausing to consider their emotional state can help you see that their words might stem from frustration or misunderstanding, rather than a true reflection of your character. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When someone criticizes or wrongs you, remember that they act from their own principles, not yours. Recognizing this frees you from reacting defensively and keeps your emotions grounded. By not taking criticism personally, you build a shield of perspective. You gain the power to evaluate words objectively, discerning what is useful and letting go of what is not. This practice protects your peace of mind and ensures you stay true to your values, unaffected by fleeting judgments. Respond with dignity. The Stoics emphasized that how we respond to criticism defines our character more than the criticism itself. Choosing to respond with dignity, calmly and respectfully, reflects emotional maturity and strength, disarming negativity and fostering constructive dialogue. Imagine receiving a harsh critique during a meeting. Your plan is completely unrealistic. The immediate temptation might be to defend yourself or fire back, but responding with dignity might look like this. I appreciate your feedback. Could you share specific concerns so we can address them? This approach maintains professionalism, keeps emotions in check, and turns a potentially hostile exchange into a productive conversation. Consider the example of Michelle Obama. As First Lady, she faced severe criticism and even personal attacks. Instead of lashing out, she consistently responded with grace, saying, "When they go low, we go high." Her dignified responses earned her widespread respect and made her a role model for handling adversity. In everyday life, suppose a friend says, "You've changed. You're not the same person anymore." A defensive reaction could escalate the situation, but a dignified response might be, "I'm sorry you feel that way. Can you help me understand what's changed from your perspective?" This not only diffuses tension, but also shows you value the relationship enough to seek clarity. Epictetus advised, "Keep your dignity and composure under all circumstances." Responding with dignity doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means channeling them constructively. When you respond with dignity, you show others and yourself that you are in control of your actions and emotions. Criticism then becomes a test of character rather than a source of conflict. This Stoic approach ensures you remain grounded and graceful, regardless of the circumstances. 8. Let go of what you can't control. The Stoics emphasized focusing on what lies within your control and letting go of what doesn't. When it comes to criticism, this principle is invaluable. You can't control others' opinions or how they express them, but you can control how you interpret and respond to their words. For example, imagine you're an artist who recently displayed your work at an exhibition. A visitor remarks, "This piece feels meaningless to me." You could spend hours agonizing over their comment, questioning your talent, or you could remind yourself, their reaction is beyond your control. Your responsibility is to create art that's meaningful to you, not to please everyone. A powerful historical example is Socrates. Known for his unorthodox ideas, he was frequently criticized and mocked in public. Socrates remained unshaken, famously saying, "I am not disturbed that others have different opinions of me. I am only concerned that I not lose my own self-respect." He focused solely on living virtuously, letting go of others' judgments. In everyday scenarios, consider receiving unsolicited advice like, "You should change careers. This isn't going anywhere." While such comments might sting, remind yourself, you can't control their opinions or motivations. What you can control is evaluating whether the advice aligns with your goals and values. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. When you let go of the need to control external perceptions, you gain freedom and peace of mind. By focusing on your own actions and mindset, criticism loses its power to destabilize you. This shift allows you to prioritize your growth and integrity, transforming criticism into background noise rather than a source of anxiety. Surround yourself with wise advisors. Criticism from the wrong sources can be demoralizing or unhelpful. That's why the Stoics valued the company of wise and virtuous individuals whose feedback is grounded in truth and a genuine desire to help you grow. Surrounding yourself with people you trust ensures the criticism you receive is constructive and valuable. For instance, think about professional athletes. A tennis player might receive criticism from thousands of fans and commentators, but they'll turn to their coach for actionable feedback. The coach's insights are rooted in expertise and tailored to the athlete's improvement, making them infinitely more valuable than random opinions. A historical example is Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Despite being surrounded by sycophants, he sought the counsel of trusted advisors who would challenge him constructively rather than flatter him. His ability to invite and embrace honest feedback from the right people contributed to his reputation as a wise and just leader. In your personal life, imagine a situation where you're criticized by a colleague who barely knows you. Their comment may feel unfair or uninformed. Instead of dwelling on it, consult a mentor or a trusted friend. Here's the feedback I received. What's your perspective? Their guidance, grounded in their understanding of your character and abilities, is far more meaningful. Epictetus advised, "Seek the company of those who make you better." When you surround yourself with people who genuinely care about your growth, their feedback becomes a tool for improvement, not a weapon for harm. By prioritizing the wisdom of trusted advisors over the noise of general criticism, you gain clarity and direction. These relationships become a safeguard, ensuring the criticism you act on is relevant, fair, and beneficial, allowing you to grow with confidence and focus. 10. Practice gratitude for the challenge. The Stoics believed that every adversity, including criticism, is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Instead of resenting criticism, they encouraged embracing it with gratitude as a tool for self-improvement. Consider the example of a young chef presenting their signature dish to a renowned critic who responds, "This lacks depth and balance." While the words sting, the chef can choose to feel offended or view this as a valuable lesson. By reflecting on the critique and applying it to their craft, the chef improves and elevates their skills. The critic's harsh feedback becomes a catalyst for greatness. Another powerful example is J.K. Rowling, who faced multiple rejections before finding a publisher for Harry Potter. The criticism she received from publishers could have discouraged her, but instead, she saw it as part of her journey. She was grateful for the chance to refine her work and persisted until she achieved extraordinary success. In daily life, criticism might come from a partner saying, "You never listen to me." While it's easy to react defensively, consider practicing gratitude. "I'm thankful they care enough to tell me how they feel." This mindset shifts the focus from personal hurt to an opportunity to improve communication and strengthen the relationship. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be grateful for everything that happens. It's meant for your benefit." Even when criticism feels unjust or harsh, it's a chance to practice patience, humility, and resilience. Gratitude turns moments of discomfort into opportunities for growth. By welcoming criticism as a challenge, you develop a mindset of continuous improvement. Gratitude transforms negativity into constructive energy, helping you rise above obstacles and emerge stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. This approach reflects true Stoic mastery and ensures that no critique is ever wasted. Handling criticism is never easy, but by applying these 10 Stoic strategies, you can turn every critique into a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Remember, it's not the criticism itself, but how you respond that defines you. Whether it's pausing before reacting, seeking the truth in feedback, or practicing gratitude for the challenge, these tools can transform negativity into personal growth. If you found value in these ideas, make sure to like this video to support the channel and help others discover it. Don't forget to subscribe for more timeless wisdom and practical strategies for living a better life. I'd love to hear from you. What's the most impactful takeaway for you? How have you handled criticism in your life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could inspire others on their journey. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay wise and resilient.